You're watching Seahawks Today, powered by Jet Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we get you set for Saturday night's matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. It is the preseason finale as we are finally almost done with the preseason here. The Seahawks playing at Lumen Field for the first time in 2024. Will they finish the preseason on a high note? They come in as a slight underdog against Cleveland. 2-point dogs. Over-under is at 37. And the Browns are expected to play most of their starters, which certainly makes things interesting. We will tell you about my 5 things to watch for from this matchup in just a matter of moments. Before we do, if you want the Seahawks to beat the Browns, I need you to like today's video. Don't jinx it. Do your part to make sure the Seahawks get a victory. I don't care if it's the preseason, regular season playoffs. We want the Seahawks to win every damn time they take the football field. Don't make me come find you because you didn't like today's video. Do your part, like the video. Let's get 500 likes. That guarantees victory, and we'll get going here on today's show. Let's begin with Sam Howell. This is Sam Howell's moment here, folks, as we're looking at a big chance for Sam Howell to really show what he's made of. He's played pretty good in these first 2 preseason games. And all the attention at the quarterback spot is going to be on him. We know Geno's the starter. We know P.J. Walker's going to the practice squad. This is all about him showing up and showing out. And his first time playing at Lumen Field as a member of the Seattle Seahawks. This is a really unique opportunity for him to show what he's made of, be embraced by the 12s, and have his moment. Show that he can be trusted if, God forbid, something happens to Geno Smith, whether he's injured or if he struggles, that he's ready to answer that call there at Lumen Field. His numbers so far this preseason, a completion percentage near 66%, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns. The offense has moved pretty smooth with him under center, and he's also done a good job with his legs, moving around and extending plays on that front. He's impressed his head coach. Mike Macdonald had this to say when it comes to Sam Howell after the second preseason game against Tennessee. I thought Sam was really sharp. I thought we moved the ball. I thought he made smart decisions. Just keep it up. Don't have to go crazy. I don't need him throwing for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. I just need to show that he's competent, has command of the offense, doesn't make mistakes, and that'd go a long way for this team. Who do you got on Saturday night? You going with the Seahawks or you going with the Brownies? Type S for Seahawks, type B for Browns. Get your predictions in the comment section and let us know. We will be live for the Seahawks preseason game against the Cleveland Browns at 6 p.m. Pacific time, kickoff at 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll do our hour-long pregame show ahead of time at 5 o'clock Pacific. You will not want to miss out to be live right here on Seattle Seahawks Today. Our boy Colin Brown's going to join me. He's a diehard Seahawk fan. You'll have a lot of time with me and have a great time. A lot of fun with me and Colin coming up on Saturday night. We'll see you then. Subscribe now, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Up next, let's talk about Tyrice Knight. I want to see more of Tyrice Knight playing at a high level. Tyrice Knight had a breakthrough game last week against the Tennessee Titans. And with him coming along nicely, he's looking like he's capable of fulfilling that number 3 inside linebacker role, which was a tall task. A 4th rounder, a guy that was brought in from UTEP that didn't play against great competition in the FBS level, led the nation in solo tackles last year, led Conference USA in total tackles, and he's come in and he's found his footing. And you think about this too, with where the Seahawks are at, week 1, we don't know if Jerome Baker is going to be able to give it a go. They might be asking Tyrice Knight to start his very first game as a rookie. We need to see Tyrice Knight continue to show up and show out. Mike Macdonald has been impressed with Tyrice Knight. He said the following: I told you he makes tackles. He didn't want to believe me, but very pleased with the tackles. Time to step it to the next level communication-wise, blitz coverage, play recognition. It's almost like, hey, man, you're not a rookie anymore. You've got to grow up fast. You got to be ready to go if your number's called. So, hey, let's go, man. Let's not be settled with making tackles during the preseason. It's more than just making tackles. Tackles are great. He's got 12 so far in the first 2 preseason games. Also has a tackle for loss as well. But doing those little things And in particular, what has been one of the themes that we've talked about all offseason when it comes to the linebacker spot was how you fare in coverage. That's why Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks aren't here anymore, is how much they struggled in coverage. Tyrice Knight wasn't great in coverage in college. How can he improve on that? That's going to be a big test. We'll see what he does. Who's the player to watch in the Seahawks matchup against the Cleveland Browns? Who's the name that comes to mind? We've already talked about a couple already. We got a couple more to get to here in just a bit, but want to hear from you guys first. Weigh in. Give us a name in the comment section below. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats. The lowest price is guaranteed. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. And get this, folks. They have this new thing called the Super Deal. And if you stumble upon a super deal, then you have found something here, folks, because what Game Time is allowing you to do now is you can customize your spot and get the visual, that seat you like. And if you get a super deal, then you're talking about a home run. Seahawks games, Mariner games, whatever you're looking for, we got you covered here with Game Time, folks. And here's how it works. Choose the event, pick the seat, checking out with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Number 3 on our list of what to watch for your Seattle Seahawks. Let's talk Derick Hall now. Derick Hall, the second-year edge rusher out of Auburn. He's got a big chance here as he has played very well throughout this preseason. We didn't see him a whole lot as a rookie, and this summer has been a bit of a breakthrough for him. Now here's a chance to show, hey, I am him. I am that guy, and I deserve significant playing time, especially when you talk about a competitive edge rusher room with Uchenna Nwosu, Draymond Jones now a part of that equation, Boye Mafe, and then there's still Darrell Taylor, for now anyway. Is he worthwhile? We should find out some answers here this evening if he can step up again. Derick Hall, fitting right into Mike Macdonald's scheme. He had this to say recently. I think the scheme that he has put us in place for us is good for not only the edge backers, but the entire defense. He definitely puts us in positions to be successful every time we step out there on the field, no matter what. Being able to take what he gives you and being able to play that. So far from Derick Hall, he's got 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 8 tackles. Let's see if he can do it again coming up on Saturday night for this matchup. I'm excited. He's definitely one of my key contributors that I want to see a big night from. Do you believe in Derick Hall? Are you buying the hype on DH? You got 2 options here. Type B for believe, D for don't. Weigh in. Let us know what you think. One name that we were not expecting to talk about as a player to make the 53-man roster for the Seattle Seahawks is wide receiver Easop Winston Jr. And now here he is, a guy that's been a long-time practice squad player, now has a legit chance to make this 53-man roster. He's led the Seahawks in receiving this preseason. Now here he is. If he can have one more good performance tonight, he's going to make that decision tough for the front office of, do we risk cutting him and letting somebody else go get him? Or would we rather have him compared to, a D. Eskridge and be that number 6 receiver? He's making it very interesting, and a good game on Saturday might be just enough for him to earn that spot. He and Sam Howell have had a nice connection together. Sam said this on Easop Winston Jr. Sop can play. I love Sop. I love getting to play with him. He's got great hands, great ball skills, some of the best ball skills I've ever seen. In practice, he's making some ridiculous catches. He's great versus press coverage. He's got a great release package. The stats from Easop Winston Jr., what he's done so far this preseason, he's got 5 catches, 77 yards, over 15 yards of reception, 1 touchdown. He's been pretty solid. Let's see if he can do it again on Saturday night. What will the outcome be? Not only who wins, but what will the final score be? I got the Seahawks getting it done. I'll go with Seattle 17, 13. Low-scoring game. Seahawks find a way to get it done late. Get your predictions in now. Let us know what you think. Last on our list of what to watch for, Mike Morris cooking. Let's see what he can dial up in that defensive kitchen. We know about Mike Morris that he was a guy that played under Mike Macdonald at Michigan, and they were very familiar with one another. Mike Morris was hyped when Mike Macdonald got this job. And this is a guy that's also fighting for a roster spot that a game on Saturday night can do him wonders and can make that decision a lot easier on whether to put him on that 53-man roster or not. He's played pretty good so far in the preseason and training camp, but one more good night for him could go a long way. Former Seahawk Michael Bumpus was on Seattle Sports Radio and talked about Mike Morris. He said the following: I watched the way Mike Morris dropped into space, and I go, that young man is coached up. So another example of Mike Macdonald doing some of the things that we saw last year, but more effectively simply because he's coaching him up better. And that is, I think, a big thing for Mike is being coachable, being teachable. That says a lot. If you're coachable, then that's going to make that decision easier. So far through the preseason, 4 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for loss. You want to see Seahawks win on Saturday night? Like the video. We certainly would appreciate it. Going to have a great time at the watch party. We'll see you then right here on Seahawks Today.